Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Capricorn in November 2019. Hello, Capricorn. How are you guys doing? I hope you are doing well. Oh, Capricorn, November 2019. Here we are at the tail end of the year. Hope everything in your life is going swimmingly. Happy Thanksgiving for those who are celebrating here in the States or anywhere in the world where you happen to be. If you will be celebrating the holiday, I hope it's going to be a fabulous time for you and your friends. Eat all the foods because that's, well, it's not what the holiday is all about, but it's a nice little perk now, isn't it? Anyway, guys, hope everything is going well in your life. Capricorn, speaking of Thanksgiving, I'll announce it just before I get into the actual opening. I will be going live on the channel during Thanksgiving week, probably either that Monday or that Wednesday. I'll decide as the date gets closer which one fits my schedule better. And that is just to show my thanks and appreciation and gratitude for everybody that I've met so far this year, all the people that have come to the channel, who have subscribed. Even if you're not subscribed and you just keep coming back and viewing my content, that's amazing as well. Would prefer if you did subscribe though, but just to give back to the community and give back to the collective, because, you know, this is very impersonal. I record one message, you pull out what works for you if it does, and I just wanted to be able to kind of give a little something back to people and be a little bit more interactive, okay? So again, that's Thanksgiving week, either that Wednesday or Monday of that week, I believe. Yeah, Tuesday's not going to work. So hopefully you are able to join me. And just look in the community tab for when the announcement comes, and, you know, I'll update as it gets closer and closer, okay? Now, on to the regular spiel. Capricorn, I have shuffled off camera. That is your main spread there. I will shuffle now on camera for your outcome and your overall energy. Once all of the cards are out and they're lying face up on the table, that's when the reading begins. Timestamp is in the description box. Also down there is the information you need if you want a personal with me. If you have questions before you place an order, you can email me at the same address, and I will answer you as soon as I can, okay? All right, guys, let's get into it. I want to see Capricorn's outcome for November 2019. Please show me Capricorn's outcome for November 2019. Did I say 2018 a second ago? I hope I didn't. November 2019. November 2019 for Capricorn. The outcome, please. Please show me. Okay. Right underneath the table. That's exactly where I want that to be, because that means I have to pause the camera and move the table. So 1 second. All right, Capricorn, apologize about that. Your card came like that, on the ground, on the floor, whatever. So let's flip what came face down for you. Okay. And I think we're good there. Yes, and this one. Okay. Ay, Dios mío. Relationships of a certain type. We'll figure it out. Kind of feels romantic if I'm honest. But let's see if I'm right. All right, please show me where Capricorn is in November 2019. Please show me Capricorn in November 2019. Please show me. Okay, thank you. Whew. A little bit of like a pluck, like they plucked me in my face. That was weird. Anyway, Capricorn. Yeah. You start here. I'll pick these up, and then I'll do my little understanding or translation of what this means in case you're new to my channel. Now, you start off with the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. So, guys, as you can see, I intend to lay a 6-card, well, you don't know that, but I intend to lay a 6-card spread. You have 2 cards in one position, giving you a 7-card spread. These 2 cards often, not often, how am I saying this? Why can't I talk right? Lord, what you see here is a triangle shape. I call that the triplet, okay? So it usually tells a supplemental or complementary story to maybe the bulk of what we talk about in the 4 cards. It's sort of like a 2-for-1 feel whenever I get 2 cards in one position or a triplet. So that is to sort of explain it in case you're unfamiliar with my readings or unfamiliar with this setup, okay? Now, as I was saying, you come in with this Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. So I'm immediately getting this feeling of walking away, because I feel that this Queen is in a very reflective space. Queen of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, right? So your own energy or your own suit. And then you have the Knight of Cups, which is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. You may or may not be dealing with any of those signs. It really doesn't matter in a general. It's just to illustrate, you know, the signs that are associated with certain energies, okay? So what I'm feeling is this Queen is very reflective, you know, analyzing a situation or really going over paperwork or going over details, going over fine print, you know, sleuthing, interesting word, sleuthing. So potentially keeping tabs on a person, keeping tabs on a situation, and really just sitting back and not doing much, okay? Then you have this Knight of Cups, which is more active because all the knights move, right? And the knight being faced away from the Queen gives me this idea of having to walk away, take a break maybe, disconnect for a while. It feels like two people are kind of on separate pages. They're not really seeing eye to eye. This feels like someone is maybe focused on work, focused on finances, focused on the day-to-day, the practical things in life, the mundane things in life, and the Knight of Cups is maybe a little bit more lovelorn, looking for a little bit more excitement in the day-to-day, looking for things to be more thrilling, more effusive, and God, you know, deadpan is a word but that's not what that word means. What are they trying to say? Deadpan. Like there's like a simmered energy between these two characters. I don't know who they are exactly. You could be either one. Obviously, Capricorn, it is a general. You could be the Queen of Pentacles. You could be the Knight of Cups. You could be, you know, someone external watching two other people kind of, I don't want to say go their separate ways. In some cases, maybe, but it feels as if they're on a timeout, or there's a bit of a break here. There's a break in the action. There's a disagreement or a disconnect based off of something. And it really comes down to, I feel like some person is maybe guarding themselves in order to protect themselves. Okay, thank you. In order to maybe avoid, this Queen of Pentacles maybe, in order to avoid some type of emotional vulnerability, this person tends to focus on work, tends to put material things as a priority in a connection, meaning it's more important to earn money, save money. It's more important to keep the house clean. It's more important to plan, you know, keep things on schedule, keep things in a routine. These things are more prioritized in a relationship of any type. It could be romantic, but it can be technically any type. And that avoids emotional vulnerability. If I am spending hours at work, if I am sitting in my home office going over, you know, the finances for the month, and I spend, you know, my Saturday afternoon doing that work, I don't have to commit myself to spending quality time with my partner, or even quality time or you know, family time with my kids, something like that. This person, not that they're heartless or anything like that. I think that there's apprehension with getting to that deep level in a relationship, or there's just an avoidance of it for now. I feel that maybe this Queen of Pentacles, it does not have to be a female, it can be a male, but this person, it's like this, it's almost as if like this pentacle is like a shield to her. Like, again, it's being scapegoated. It's a scapegoat. It's an excuse. If I spend time balancing the checkbook, if I spend time, you know, on the weekends running errands for the family, doing the dry cleaning, going and taking the kids to certain appointments on the weekend, if I do the grocery shopping, if I do this, if I do that, if I go and handle this project, if I go and volunteer down at the local church, I don't have to sit in front of my husband or my wife and talk about our feelings. I don't have to talk about maybe how there seems to be a draining away or a slow evaporation of the love and affection that we used to have. This is turning into, or excuse me, what I'm feeling from this Queen of Pentacles is an acknowledgement or an understanding that things aren't what they used to be in this connection, romantic or otherwise, right? So this could be close relationships with friends. This could be, relatives getting along, brothers and sisters who have a close bond. And there's something about the bond or the intimacy of the bond. We don't talk anymore if we're friends or relatives who are close, right? We don't speak on the phone as much. We don't not tell each other secrets like this is like Babysitter's Club or some shit like that. But it's more like we don't entrust in the other person. And I don't know that trust is necessarily an issue, but interest, meaning I'm not investing the time. Because it's about values, right? So what used to be valuable, quality time, intimate conversations, closeness of the heart and soul, right? Something like that. That has dissipated. And in its place, this person has emphasized work, money, appointment setting, scheduling, errands, anything and everything except that what used to be there, okay? Now, the Knight of Cups, the difference between the two I want you to note is that the Queen is a queen, more accomplished, higher up in terms of tarot, higher on that ascension ladder from the court cards, Page, Knight, Queen, King, okay? So this person might have a bit of a leg up in the relationship in terms of either age or some type of experience. I want you to note that. The Knight of Cups, like I said, on a mission, on the move, trying to find something that's emotionally satisfying. I don't see it yet. I don't feel it yet, but it could be. You know what this is? If this is about your romantic life, Capricorn, whoever this person is, could be you, could be your partner. If this is romantic, this is the person who is 2 or 3 steps away from thinking of another partner. Finding another partner. At this point, it feels like a fantasy because the Knight is very dreamy. The Knight doesn't necessarily, the Knight of Cups, not the Knight, but this particular Knight can be quite dreamy. You've got those wings on his helmet. So he flies in his imagination. He spends a lot, only because it's a Knight, this could be a female who does this, but there's like a fleeting imagination, you're in the middle of a conversation with this person, or they're kind of staring off into space while sitting at the dinner table, and you're like, oh, what's on your mind? And it's like, nothing. They were 2 seconds. They were just having an intimate exchange with a celebrity crush of theirs or somebody at the office that they think is kind of cute. Now, I don't know how you feel about that. I think that that's semi-normal, but never mind. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a therapist, so don't take my word for it. But this person is seeking some type of emotional fulfillment where it feels like they were supposed to have it with the Queen of Pentacles. Now, if that's not romantic, try and put that into your space with friendships and other relationships, yeah? Not that it's ever considered stepping out when your friend has another friend. Like, that's normal to have more than one friend. But there's maybe this, attraction, maybe not attraction. This Knight feels lured away. Like, I'm really getting like this fishing lure, this fishing reel thing, like that. Like, this person, I feel, like that. Okay, how, or like a cat toy, like you get a cat, for those who, are familiar with cat toys, the ones that are on long sticks and you have a string at the end and there's like a little like feathery object at the end and you wiggle it out in the front of the cat and the cat chases it. That's what this feels like, that the Knight is chasing after something in playful manner. So they could be flirting, it's not cheating yet. So this person could be flirting. This could be it could just be in their fantasy that they're just thinking about flirting with someone, or they're thinking about, doing other things with another person. But that's interesting because this person, I don't know who they were before. This feels like a new action on both people's parts. Before this Queen of Pentacles was never so focused on money. No, they were never so, you know, about the business of following a routine, but now it's like, let's keep everything on a schedule. Let's be safe with our spending. Let's not overspend. Let's, you know, they've never been so anal basically about those things. But now that has happened. This person has never been so spacey, has never been so, you know, caught up in their emotions, you know. So there's an evolution. Maybe not an evolution. Let me take that back. Not an evolution. There's just been a certain change or a certain side rail. Okay, I'll go with side rail. It makes sense to me, but there's like a side rail in both of these people's demeanor that hasn't been there before. Could also be that this Knight of Cups, maybe not that they want necessarily new connections with new lovers or to flirt with anyone or to sleep with anyone else or to have new friends. It could just be that they want to travel, because again, all knights move. All knights indicate some type of action, some type of physical, you know, from point A to point B. So could you be that this person is just dreaming of traveling, or they want to move? Maybe that could be an issue of concern amongst partners or friends, you know, like roommates maybe. This person is like, well, we have this much money in our household together as roommates, and maybe you guys want to remain roommates. You know, a lot of young people do that. You know, you don't have the economy in many parts of the world and in many people's lives isn't so strong. So instead of being able to afford a house on your own, you go and a few people do this. They go and they buy a house with a friend, right? Or they lease a condo with a friend, right? And so one friend is like, this is how much we both make. This is how much we can afford. And this person is just dreaming of the place. They're not really putting any practical action into making that shared goal of moving to a new location come together, okay? So now above that, where some of you who may be versed in tarot already, you're like, but wait, the Two of Cups. So what? I'm not trying to be a bitch. I'm not trying to, you know, burst your bubble, but the Two of Cups, I think a lot of people, and if you've been with my channel for a while, you already know what I'm about to say. A lot of people see the Two of Cups as, ooh, soulmate, we're together forever. We're the best of buds. We're the perfect partners. We're the perfect lovers. No, and no. It might be true to a certain extent, or that might be encompassed in what a soulmate could mean to you, or in some of your cases, you might be thinking twin flame type stuff. But in my estimation of both of those relationship types or connection types, it's not always sunny and roses and rainbows and sugar cubes. No, it's sugar cubes. Soulmates and twin flames, even more so with twin flames, from what I understand, are challenging relationships. They are not cookie cutter. They are not, you know, sweet and cute all the time. There are aspects of that there, sure. And like I said, it feels like this is recent development. This doesn't feel like this has always been the case with these two people. It feels very recent. And you know, if that's the case, and now that's the trying time, this is the challenging time, then that makes sense for my personal definition of what a soulmate is. Now, if you wanted to hear that you were going to be with this person forever and that nothing could tear you apart and there would be no challenges, first of all, that's not reality. And second, that's not what's going on here because of everything I've already told you. Could this person still be your soulmate? Sure. But if you think it's supposed to be easy, I don't know why you think that. But that's more how I use the word soulmate. I don't want to discourage anybody, but I think it's impractical to think in those terms about soulmates, yeah? So, this Two of Cups, more than being soulmates and we're connected on a deeper level, that might be true. I don't want to, you know, say that's impossible or not going on here. But what I'm seeing more so that you'll sometimes see some readers talk about is the willingness to exchange. You know, let me see. The guy, the one in the yellow, he's reaching out for the cup. The woman, we can't see what her other hand is doing, right? We see her hand that's closest to us and it's holding the cup. He's reaching out for hers. It's like that weird, you know, moment in like a gangster movie or like a cop movie, like a suspense thriller where it's like, you know, you put down your weapon. No, you put your weapon down. And like they both slowly lower to the ground. And as one puts the gun down, the other one yanks his gun back up and shoots the bad guy or shoots the cop or whatever, right? It's like that moment just before we see either the exchange completely happens, or they both put their guns down, or one of them puts their gun down a little faster than the other, and then the other person takes their gun up and shoots them. You know, that's what's going on here. Are we actually having an equal exchange of emotions? Are we actually having an equal exchange of give and take in this relationship? Do we value the same things? Do we feel the same? That is more so to the point. Do we feel the same? Now, the man in this cup seems to be a little bit more eager, in my opinion. The female seems a little bit more restrained, reluctant. I'm only talking about the illustration, by the way. I'm not trying to talk commentary on your relationship with anybody. If you want to think of it more in terms of energy, the masculine energy seems a little bit more, let's do it. And the female or the feminine energy is more like, I don't know. Now that can go across genders. That could be two men. This could be two women. This could be a man and a woman. And even though the woman is physically female, she could be the masculine energy. It really doesn't matter. So it's really about what you understand of your own intention and feelings, and what you are understanding of the other person's intentions and feelings. I feel that the connection is significant, but I think right now there's maybe a glitch in the system, or, you know, refrigerators on the fritz, like that's what they're saying to me. So they're showing me that something that normally runs smoothly, like a refrigerator, a kitchen appliance, you know, a garbage disposal, whatever. You go to flip the switch, it makes a horrible sound. You turn the switch off, you're like, oh shit, I think the garbage disposal's on the fritz. I think there's something wrong here. You open up the fridge after going to bed last night, you open the fridge, you open it up, and you smell like, you know, old cheese, and like, you know, you reach your hand inside and the milk is not cold, the milk is warm, or it's like lukewarm. So you see, okay, the refrigerator is busted in some type of way, right? So there's something here where what was normally going swimmingly, smoothly, is a hiccup here. I'm not sensing any type of breakup. I'm not sensing true separation. What I'm sensing is that two people are on different wavelengths right now, different pages. Their priorities are different. Their focuses are different. And there is a break in communication. These two are not seeing each other. They're back to back. There's no speaking. Okay, if this is about your intimate relationship, you could be sleeping back to back instead of one of you being the big spoon, or one of you being the little spoon, or one of you starfishing and taking over the entire bed. There is, you know, we sleep away from each other. We don't face each other. We don't. So that's what's going on there. Let's see what's going on with the 4. Also, it's very strange to start in the 3, to start in the triplet. I don't normally start there. I'm not sure what it signifies, because I feel it signifies something different every reading. But I just wanted to point that out in case you tend to watch my videos. And maybe you've seen me do triplets before, but I rarely start in them. Now, the 4, what's going on? Oh, that's why. I'm like, why am I drinking so much more water when I'm doing these videos? It's gotten cold where I live, and so the heat in the house is on, so it creates a drier environment. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so it could be complementary, what we've discussed here. This could be the lead up to the 4. Yeah, it could be the lead up to the 4, because what I do see here is... there's some pretense over here. Maybe. Is that... maybe the pretense is not the word, but there's something about things not being completely aligned, or things not being what they seem to be. Because what I'm seeing is good times, but that's masking something. 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups, you know, some people, third-party situation. I mean, if that's a part of your story, you already know it. I rarely break the news of third-party situation in my readings, because I don't feel, statistically that it's just always the case every time you see a 3. It's just like, no, it can't be. It has to have a feeling behind it. There has to be more around it that shows it. And in this case, maybe. So if you are dreading or suspecting a third party situation, maybe follow your gut, maybe follow your hunches, maybe, like I said, this person over here is sleuthing. I did say that word, didn't I? Thank you, guide, whoever put that shit in my mouth. That's a weird sentence. Anyway, thank you, guide, who put that word in my mouth. Anyway, I did say the Queen of Pentacles is sleuthing. And I did, again, say something over here about pretense. So if you're not sure, but you think you're sure, maybe you're sure. Maybe go with that hunch. Now, more to the point, the Three of Cups talks about celebrations, reasons to be jovial, reasons to be happy, going out with friends, you know, holding up cups and having a toast, or holding up glasses. Also, this could be a wedding. This could be, you know, the reason to celebrate, with all the gourds and the fruits at the bottom. And this being November, this could be Thanksgiving. This could be a reunion of family, because that's the other thing about threes, people coming back together after a time apart. So this could be over a wedding, this could be over Thanksgiving, this could be someone's birthday, all the reasons to celebrate. And it brings people from different walks of life together, or people who are living in different places, right? You've got this woman, she's got a lot of layers on her, so this could be someone coming from a cold environment versus that one who's in white, who might be coming from sunny California or something like that, or wherever it's sunny, you know, doesn't have to be specifically California. But you see, I hope you get what I'm saying. So people come together, and it's fine. I feel that it's fine. Things go off mostly without a hitch. There's no big explosive, you know, arguments over the dinner table at Thanksgiving. People aren't falling down drunk at the wedding. Maybe they are, because, okay, I'll take that back. Maybe at the wedding, maybe one or two people gets a little too much happening at the open bar, right? It feels very good on the surface. Okay, that's why. Because if we're having some type of get together, right? That's a lot of people. I'm sensing a lot of happy energy. Underneath the pretense here is, underneath that, there are some sub-level, subterranean energies at play. And what I'm getting is, we have people who are unapproachable, people who deflect, people who are smiling for the camera, you know, take a picture, put it up on, you know, post it for the bride and groom or wherever. But that's false, because someone on the inside is just not here for it. They're playing nice. Thank you. Finally get there, because I'm like, I know who we're talking about. Queen of Swords in reverse. Show you that upright just so you can get a better look at her. But these cards are so common, you probably already know what this card looks like in the upright. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could be dealing with an air sign, but you don't have to be. This person, male or female, does not matter. Ornery, argumentative, testy, more so testy than argumentative. Prickly or very, you know, cold and aloof, very attached. But that's only with a certain person or certain people. That's where the pretense is. This Queen of Swords, I feel, plays along well in public, but with a certain person in private, or with a certain person even in public, there's this grittiness, there's this anger, there's this, you know, detachment, there's this feeling, there's this agitated energy. So what this feels like is going to a party, gathering with friends and family, and there's someone there that the Queen of Swords maybe historically doesn't get along with, or hasn't been getting along with recently. And so long as these two don't come into contact with one another, everything's fine. The moment they become close in proximity, or they begin to converse with one another, this person throws up their sword, throws up their defenses, throws up their offenses. This person becomes very adversarial with that person, or their whole mood changes. The color goes out of their face, and they become, maybe that's the wrong way to describe that color coming out of their face, but it's like a, you know how when like you move your hand up and down like your face when you play like a game with like a little kid, like you're smiling and then you bring your hand down in front of your face and now you're frowning. It's like that. It's like, I'm happy, now I'm pissed. It's like that. This person's demeanor, either with one particular person or right now for the recent time, has gone from happy to I'm pissed. And their whole demeanor is kind of nasty, or it feels icy. Maybe it's not nasty, but it feels icy, cold, detached, aloof, bitter, petty. Okay, that's another one, petty. And that's shitty, because if we're at a place where, you know, it's a wedding or something is being celebrated, we all have reason to be together and to have a good time. This person is letting their personal issues, their personal relationship with one person, or their own attitude and emotional state to kind of spill out. This person doesn't really have a poker face right now. They don't really care that when Steven walks in the room, they now have a bitter mood. Like they're not taking ownership, I suppose, in a way. Because normally the Queen of Swords is very honest. She's very direct. Normally, when I say normally, I mean in the upright, in a more high vibration, right? She would be upright. She would be to the point, almost too much to the point. It would be kind of biting and kind of abrasive, but it would be with ownership of, yeah, I'm being a bitch right now. Yeah, I'm being inconsiderate right now. And she would own it. When in the reverse, this is someone who doesn't own their shit. This is someone who doesn't own their drama. So when Steve or Tanya or Beth Ann walks in the room and this person puts on a stank face, they're going to be like, well, obviously I have a stank face because that person is there. Like they put the ownness, the reasoning on the other person. If this person didn't come into the room, if this person didn't talk to me, I would be fine. But because they're talking to me, because I see them, because we're in a group setting and you know, whatever, now I'm like this. Like they feel justified in what they're doing. Petty, not very mature, honestly. And, you know, kind of inconsolable as well, because when the Queen of Swords is in that reverse position and in a low vibration, she doesn't see reason. You know, it's already kind of hard to sell her on reason when she's in the upright, because she's very resolute in the self. She's very, she'd be more willing to hear you out than in the upright than she would be in the reverse. So if you try to talk sense to this person, they reject it. Well, you know, I mean, come on, it's blah 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 and blah blah blah's wedding. Like, come on, let's bury the hatchet here. Why would I do that? Why would there's, you know? And they escalate the situation instead of agreeing to disagree, agreeing to kind of save the beef for later. You know, because it's somebody else's special day, or we're having the holidays, or oh my God, there's kids in the room, let's not fight. Whatever. This person just doesn't take the high road, basically. Okay. Now, oh, for 2 seconds, I was just like, who's this bitch? And that wasn't me. That was this person, this Queen of Swords, looking at her, looking at the Nine of Pentacles. I was about to say, now who's this bitch? But that's the Queen of Swords talking. So, is this Stephen? Or what were the other names? Tanya, Beth Ann, whoever, whatever I said? Nine of Pentacles in the eye line of the Queen of Swords, who's in reverse, looking directly at the Nine of Pentacles person. Now, Nine of Pentacles is typically the single ladies card. You know, I can do battle by myself. I'm luxurious, or I'm abundant, and I'm independent, and all that kind of stuff. And that I feel kind of works here. It doesn't have to be a female, even though I'm saying single ladies, and it doesn't even have to be a single person. It's just someone who right now is super confident and comfortable in the face of someone who is agitated. And I don't know if this person is a hater. I don't know if this person is just miserable at this point in their life, or they're made miserable whenever they see this person. But this is somebody who, oh man, I wish I could, I don't know. No, I wish I had a better reference, because I don't watch many movies like this, or I don't watch many TV shows like it, but it's sort of like a beauty queen kind of thing, where there's this one beauty queen who's in the pageant or whatever, and she's just like so dainty and so full of, she's light and airy. She's very, like that. And that, I feel for the most part, is how this person normally is. They're not faking that. They're not disingenuous with how optimistic or positive they are. This person over here, Queen of Swords, could also be a contestant in that beauty competition. But they are looking at this person and saying, she's fake, she's fake, she's fake. This person's perception of the Nine of Pentacles person is that they're fake. They're faking it. They're not really happy. They don't have as much money as they say they do. Nine of Pentacles, they probably do. Because Nine of Pentacles is also about financial security, right? Or material security. They don't have to be a millionaire. They don't have to be wealthy. If they freaking work at McDonald's, but they save their pennies, they could be afloat. They could be rocking pretty confidently in terms of their material, right? So this person has what they say they have in terms of money or finances or just material comfortability, right? This person also has a positive disposition. Not to say they're out here hugging trees or that they're acting like Mother Teresa. This person would have a bad day just like anybody else, but they are above any type of arguments right now. They're above any type of negative outlooks. They're above not interested in, or simply don't vibrate, simply don't perceive the world in more dire or sort of pessimistic terms or standpoints or mindsets. They could be, the affect of their personality could be, they could be one of those types, or they could be more like me, more like sullen and more like kind of, Kathleen Turner, but without the smoking habit. The tone of their voice or the way that they perform is kind of down to their individual selves, but what they radiate on the inside of them, what comes out from the inside of them, is pure confidence, feeling comfortable in their own skin, feeling very welcome in whatever, not wherever they go. This person isn't like, I'm the coolest person on earth, therefore I'm always what, but in the situation, the Three of Cups, so the family setting, the wedding, the holiday party, the office party, whatever it is, this person has no reason to think that they're not welcome. But the energy that the Queen of Swords is tossing out to this person is, get out. You're not welcome. I hate you. Da-da-da. Why are you here? Oh my God, you're so fake. Da-da-da. Listen to that laugh. That's not a real laugh. Oh, there he is talking about how much money he makes. He doesn't make all that money. This person is a hater. For lack of a deeper read on this person, they're kind of in a hater mode right now. I don't know what the beef is, because I don't know how they relate. I mean, could be exes. Could be exes. Oh, yeah. Could be exes. Absolutely. Could be exes. Because what I don't necessarily have this experience per se. I mean, a little bit, but not like this. This feels like a person from the Queen of Swords side. It feels like the person who, no. What it feels like is two people, regardless of how their relationship ended, it's over. Like, this is not some new ex shit. This is not, we broke up last week and I still have feelings for you. This is like, we have been broken up forever. Or a long time. Yeah? But this person still wishes bad shit towards the Nine of Pentacles person. This person is still bitter towards the Nine of Pentacles person. The Nine of Pentacles person probably doesn't even really acknowledge the Queen of Swords. I mean, look, she's kind of focused on that bird on her wrist. Like, look at my cute little bird. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Okay? Not much effort or acknowledgement is given from the Nine of Pentacles to the Queen of Swords. And that could be a sore spot for the Queen of Swords. Look at him walking around this party like I don't even exist. Like we weren't married for 9 years. Takes a sip of her scotch and soda. Whatever. And, I'm there's no gender. So if it's the other way, if this is a woman and the Queen of Swords is a man, perfect. Makes the same difference. If this is 2 men, perfect. 2 women, perfect. But there is this, if it's not exes of a romantic type, it could be former friends, could be estranged family members, could just be that person at the office that you hate, or the person at the office who's hating on you. But there has been an acknowledgement of each other before, and now there's a separation, and one party doesn't want to give any acknowledgement to the other, because I think to a certain degree the Nine of Pentacles is already aware this person is shooting daggers at me with their eyes. I already know. I feel it. As soon as I walk in the room, I feel it, but I'm not going to acknowledge it. What's the point in that? This person wants to fight all the time. This person wants to argue all the time. This person wants to insult me all the time. Why would I have a conversation with a person who wants to insult me? Therefore, I will ignore him or her, because that's the better thing to do here. I'm not going to not show up at this party. I'm not going to not, respond to an invitation from my friend who is also this person's friend. Like, that could be it. Like, this could be two exes coming to the wedding or a party of someone they both used to be a friend with. And so, I don't know what you're supposed to do with that. I think that's just sort of the state of affairs, because I don't see any resolution here. I don't see the Queen of Swords, getting to a more amicable state, and I don't see the Nine of Pentacles kind of engaging in interactions with this person so long as they're going to be in that vibe. As long as this person is going to be bitter and butthurt and upset at things that have already transpired, things that are already dead and gone. This shit is done. Like I said, this is not a recent breakup or a recent fallout between two people. It's been months or years that this has been done. But this person holds a grudge. Queen of Swords in reverse. Holding a grudge. Lord. Now. Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, on top of the Nine of Pentacles, okay? Some of you may have been able to infer what I'm getting. Immediately what I'm getting is, no wonder the Queen of Swords is pissed, because if this is a wedding, and this is your ex showing up to your wedding, here's the date. Here's the date of your Nine of Pentacles ex, a Knight of Pentacles. So now you're even more pissed off. Whoever the Queen of Swords is. Now they're even more ticked off. Here comes this Nine of Pentacles showing up to the party, showing up to the reception in a tux or in a beautiful dress or whatever. So attractive. This is somebody who, in terms of the minor arcana, right? There's like not really much of a maturation or leveling up. Like, you don't go from the Nine of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles and then you go to the Page. That's not how it works. But this person, in terms of the court cards, Page, Knight, Queen, King, this is an up-and-comer, this Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody who's on the rise in their material life, at their job, with their finances, whatever. This is somebody who maybe recently has purchased their first home or is on their way to earning something substantial or working on a particular project. This person is adorable, really? Okay. Nine of Pentacles thinks this person is adorable. Got it. I was like, why adorable? They're very charming. They're socially adept. They're able to mingle with the crowd. This could be the first time that the Nine of Pentacles has brought a date after the breakup to an event. This is the premiere date of the ex, right? Or of this person showing up with the person, right? And they are instantly charming. They're instantly welcomed into the fold. They're oh my God, I cannot talk. Instantly embraced, yeah? They fit in well. They're not too soppy and emotional like the Knight of Cups. They're not brazen and brash and kind of obnoxious like the Knight of Swords. And they're not kind of, Don Juan charmer like the Knight of Wands could be. This is an actual, like, in terms of like a date, in terms of like showing up to a place and like putting on, not putting on, but like really enjoying your evening. This is not a bad person to go with. Maybe some of their conversation could be a little dry. Maybe their humor isn't necessarily the quickest. They might not be quick-witted in that way, like, with one-liners or boom, or dad jokes. This person might not be of that sense of humor, but in terms of partnership, in terms of starting into something and presenting this person as my new man or my new woman or the person I think I'm interested in, excellent choice for whoever the Nine of Pentacles is. Now, Capricorn, this is your reading. You notice I've been saying this person, that person, this person. I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're the Queen of Pentacles. I don't know if you're the Knight of Cups over here in that story. I don't know if you're the Knight of Pentacles. I don't know if you're the the Nine of Pentacles. And I don't know if you're the Queen of Swords. Plug yourself in, because this is coming. I could shift. It's almost like a, what do you call, I don't know what that is. But it's almost like a turntable of sorts, or like a lazy Susan. Like I could spin this wheel and you would land as the Nine of Pentacles, some of you. If I spin the wheel again, some of you will show up as the Queen of Swords. And if I spin it the last time, some of you will be the Knight of Pentacles. You know who you are in the situation. So anyway, back to the Knight of Pentacles. He or she comes to the party. This knight is oriented. He's facing, oh my God, I cannot talk in your reading. He is facing the Three of Cups, so he's going into that space. He is going into the party. Might be bringing a gift, especially if it's a wedding. Oh my God, whoever this person is. Not to say that they're flashy with cash and that they're trying to buy someone's affections, but this person has a sense of decorum. This person has a sense of being upstanding, right? So they bring a very considerate gift to someone's wedding that they don't really know. Because again, the people that are known here to the Three of Cups energy is the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. This is a guest. This is the +1. And the +1 is bringing a very nice gift. Fucking hell, if this is not a wedding, and this is just a Thanksgiving reunion or, you know, whatever. And that's kind of weird too. Or maybe Friendsgiving. Maybe not Thanksgiving, but Friendsgiving. Friendsgiving, you go to the mutual friend's house and your ex's +1 brings an amazing dish or brings an amazing gift or brings like some vintage bottle of wine that impresses everybody else. It's like, hater. Queen of Swords is like, I hate that guy. Immediately. Not only because he's dating my ex, but because he thinks he can just buy his way into my friend circle or whatever. Like, there's a lot of drama. Anyway, outcome for you, Capricorn, in November. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. That is what it looks like upright. I don't feel financial loss. That can sometimes be indicated here. I'm not really feeling that. So for those that are like, oh no, my money, I think your money's okay. I think what this is just kind of acknowledging, somebody needs to acknowledge that either here or here, on this side, it feels like a disconnect. And that could be the history of the 4, by the way, because I told you it's complementary, right? So it's supposed to fit into the 4 somehow. So this could have been the history of what happened with the 4, right? Somebody here is coming to the full realization, this shit is over. The shit is really over. The family life that I had with my partner, the family life I was planning to have with my partner is over. You know, let's share custody of the kids or share custody of the dogs. You know, you see them every other, we trade the dogs every other weekend, whatever. I also am feeling, beyond this plugging into like the X storyline, this also feels like, for you, Capricorn, a rewriting of what this means. Because if this wasn't an X situation, it was very hard and heavy on like romantic X stuff. If this was friends and if this was family, you could kind of get glimpses of that here. But regardless, for you, Capricorn, and this kind of strikes deep at the heart of you, because Cap as if you're Captain America or something. But Cap, 10th house concerns, right? You know, public life. I feel, that's it. Thank you. Kick it back up. Public life. Image. Public image. That's in the 10th house. The image that you used to have of having solid, secure family relationships or solid, secure friend relationships, you know, all those pictures that are on your Facebook or other social media accounts of you guys smiling on the beach together as a couple, or, you know, standing in line to go see Hamilton with your best friends. and that was last year, and now this year you don't speak to your friends. It's kind of like you might, oh, could be the Queen of Pentacles scrolling through, looking through the history of a thing, right? You're looking at those photos and you're kind of having a moment of dissonance where that relationship or who you were in those past relationships is not who you are now, or it's not who you think you're going to be going forward. So I feel that there's an identity rewrite going on here. Your public persona, how the world sees you, or in the case of social media, how you curate your own image for other people to see, is about to change. So if before in 2018, 17, 16, 15, 14, all the way down to 2008, when you first got together with your ex, those are all out there on the internet. And you might be looking through it and looking over yourself and seeing a different person. Like literally looking at your own face, smiling or making, the duck face, the duck lips, and doing whatever. And you're just like, who is that person? Like, I don't know who I am anymore. Or I don't know who I was when I was with this person. Because again, there has been two people who have turned their backs towards one another. Yeah? There's over here, this bitter and this, sour grapes over here, right? So what do we do going forward? You got to rewrite that shit. Whether you're solo dolo, whether you're with this Knight of Pentacles and he or she is giving you like a glow up, or whether you're the bitter party, no +1 coming with you, and you're just sitting on the side at the wedding, or sitting on the side at the Friendsgiving thing, being pissed. Who do you want to be going forward? What do you want your 10 of Pentacles to be consistent of, or to consist of? Yeah? How do you want that long-term stability or long-term image of yourself to be perceived, both by yourself, by the self, and by others? Overall energy, yeah, man, go do it. Shit. The Fool, secondary major arcana for Aquarius. So some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius here, but you don't have to be. Listen, this feels, if I'm honest, very historical. Like, it might be coming up again because, again, of reasons to celebrate in November or thereabout, holidays, birthdays, like I said, weddings or whatever. So these things that are kind of tentative or tender, not tentative, but tender or touchy, might be pulled back to the surface. If you are the person who's bitter, who's holding a grudge, let that shit go. Let it go. Get over yourself. Get over what has happened. Get over them. Whether they're flossing in your face, throwing shit in your face to spite you, so what? Get over it. Be the bigger man. Be the bigger woman. And leave it alone. New beginning with the Fool card. If you're the 9 of Pentacles person and you've already kind of blanked your ex and then like, I'm not going to rise to it. I'm not going to acknowledge him. I'm not going to engage in conversation with her. Perfect. Keep that up. If you're the Knight of Pentacles and you're just stepping in the game, just trying to be in a relationship with the 9 of Pentacles person, or trying to have a good time, just trying to have a good date, perfect. Enjoy the evening. The Fool moves forward with no expectations. The Fool carries no baggage, no luggage, no drama, no grudges. No attachments to anything that used to be. There's the only interest that the Fool has is what's to come. What am I getting into that's going to open or expand my life, enhance my life, give me a new adventure, give me a new project, give me a new relationship, give me new friends, give me new, onto this new path that I've never walked down before. That is a total release of the past. Whoever you are, whichever player you are, that is, I think, what you should be doing. But it's a tarot reading, it's not science, and I'm not your mother or your counselor or your best friend, so I can't tell you what to do. Only you can tell yourself to do that if you truly believe it. It came out for a reason, so I would say at least give it a shot. Okay? Capricorn, that is your reading for November 2019. If you liked it, if something resonated with you here today, go ahead and hit the like button. You can leave me a comment down below letting me know a little bit about what has happened here that kind of is similar in your life. That would be cool. You can, of course, share the reading across your social media platforms. And, of course, subscribe if you have not subscribed already. make sure to hit the notification bell so you can see when I upload here on the channel. Capricorn, wow. I'll be back soon with your mid-November readings. You have that to look forward to. Like I said at the top, I will go live the week of the week of Thanksgiving. Either that Monday or Wednesday. I'll decide at a later date, so you have that to look forward to. And, and then December, the no communication readings last month seemed to go off pretty well, so I'm going to fit those into December, I believe. So you also have that to look forward to as well coming up from me, okay? All right, Capricorn, I thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Take care.